Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Cheng, and my research supervisor is Associate Professor Dr. Nurhaniza Wahid. Today, I would like to present our showcase of a world traveler planning for the best route from Kuala Lumpur to Washington DC with minimal cost by using a genetic algorithm with solution update mechanism. Nowadays, due to the advancement of transportation and the promotion of cheap fare, everyone can fly all over the world, from north to south, east to west, and from any single point of states and country on the world map. Thus, to begin a world tour is no longer an impossible dream. However, before a tour is initiated, tour planning is a foremost task that needs to be carried out for a traveler. And of course, the first thing that comes across our mind is definitely a cost. So, how much cost do we need to prepare and spend for the whole journey before a tour? Let's use an analogy. If you are a traveler, you wish to travel from Kuala Lumpur to 5 other cities and end at New York. Which routes below would result in a minimal cost? Route A or Route B? Obviously, based on the observation, Route B has the shortest distance, which results in a lower cost than Route A. The previous slide gives the analogy of traveling over the 5 cities. But what if we have 113 capital cities? Definitely, it would be overwhelming to figure out the optimal route, because it comprises of enormous possible routes. As can be seen, it is an NP-hard problem, and therefore the possible solution is gigantic. In order to find the possible routes with minimal cost, Open Loop Traveling Salesman Problem or TSP is introduced to solve this task effectively by formulating the World Traveler task. With that, there are several constraints. First, a starting point and ending point are predetermined. Second, each given city on the map can be visited only once or without repetition. Third, the total cost has to be minimum. Since this is an optimization problem, therefore, in this work, Genetic Algorithm with Solution Update Mechanism (GASUM) is proposed as an optimizer to discover the optimal routes which give the lowest cost. In previous study, the Genetic Algorithm or GA has been widely used for optimizing the traveling salesman problems. However, the limitation of conventional GA in terms of its stochasticity may lead to the issue, where the solution is often trapped at the poor local optimal. To tackle this issue, we propose a solution update mechanism SUM to be embedded in GA as a significant improvement and modification. This improvement is called GASUM. This slide shows how conventional GA and GASUM look like. As can be seen in the orange region, GA contains 2 main operators that are crossover and mutation. Meanwhile, in GASUM, we remove the crossover operator and replace it with the solution update mechanism SUM. As a result, SUM contains 3 different mutation operators which help to increase the stochasticity of the algorithm. To demonstrate the performance of GASUM, we formulate the World Traveler task using OTSP, where this traveler would like to visit a total of 113 capital cities, which including the starting point at Kuala Lumpur and ending point at Washington DC. So which would be the best route such that the total cost is minimum? For your information, the numbers on the map represent the capital cities that can be referred to the list at the left of the presentation. In this case, we use cost rather than distance, since traveling cost is also proportional to the traveling distance. For simplicity, we use cost in this test case. For simulation purpose, the cost presented in this study is not the actual cost. The cost here is calculated based on the Cartesian space generated by the computer to simulate the real-world application. To run the simulation, we use MATLAB software to perform the World Traveler task. We set the parameter for GASUM with the population size of 1,500 and the maximum interaction is 15,000. We execute the simulation for 5 times. This is the simulation result. As can be seen from the slide, the minimum cost that we obtain is 1,086.93 and the average cost is 1,103.71. We can also see the sequence of the route we can take to accomplish a traveling task with the lowest cost. In order to justify and validate the effectiveness of our new proposed technique, we also compare the performance of GASUM with other GAs, but with different mutation operators in terms of average cost and average iteration. From this slide, it is clearly shown that the GASUM is found to achieve the lower cost as compared to other GAs with different mutation operators. Interestingly, in average iteration, GASUM needs only about 58% of the total iteration to find the optimal solution. This shows that the proposed algorithm is significantly efficient in terms of computational cost. This slide presents the novelty and inventiveness of GASUM. The excellent performance of the GASUM mainly comes from its solution attack mechanism, where it can discover a new optimal solution. Not only that, it can discover a new optimal solution with lesser iteration or with shorter computational time. GASUM exhibits better stochasticity features, and therefore, the chance of discovering a good solution is increased. GASUM not only can be used to solve a world traveler task or traveling salesman problem, it can also be applied in many other domains. The potential usage of GASUM can be implemented in several applications, such as route planning tasks, hardware design, surveillance system, and logistics. For instance, GASUM can be applied to flight planning tasks. This can help airline companies to increase their revenue by minimizing the layover point. Apart from that, GASUM can also be used in circuit board, which help to optimize the circuit path. Thus, a smaller board with smaller chip can be produced. In a surveillance system, GASUM can be used to compute the least number of unmanned aerial vehicles or UAV needed to cover the maximum area of surveillance. In logistics, GASUM could be used in the pickup and delivery system for scheduling optimization purposes. The ultimate goal is to effectively delegate the pickup task to the employers and thereby reduce the waiting time of the customers. Currently, the status of this algorithm is still continuously evaluated for further improvement in terms of the algorithm complexity. We hope that this algorithm can be improved to a much better state and can be tested on real case study for better validation. We believe that this algorithm has a potential to be publicized and applied in various real-world domains. Prior to this research study, we have successfully published 3 documents in which each of them highlight the specialty and superiority of the GASUM in different test cases. That's all from us. Thank you for your kind attention throughout my presentation. If you have any inquiries or would like to know more information, feel free to reach us through email. Thank you.